There's a reason some people seem to move ahead in life effortlessly, while others, no matter how hard they work, never escape the feeling of being stuck. They grind, they hustle, they save, and yet they're always behind. It's not bad luck, it's not destiny, it's design. Most people are caught in three invisible traps that quietly keep them broke, not just financially, but mentally and emotionally broke. Traps so subtle that even intelligent, hardworking people fall for them every single day. Today, I'll expose them one by one. If you recognize yourself in even one of these, it might just change the way you see money forever. Trap 1: The income illusion. Most people think making more money is the solution to all their problems, so they chase higher salaries, better jobs, side hustles, promotions, anything that says more income. But here's the truth no one wants to hear. You don't get rich by how much you earn. You get rich by how much you keep and multiply. The average person's income rises, but so do their expenses. They upgrade their phone, their car, their apartment, everything but their mindset. They call it living better. But the truth is, it's just a more expensive version of the same trap. Every raise is followed by a raise in lifestyle. Every bonus is followed by a bigger bill. So they feel like they're improving, but in reality, they're just running faster on the same treadmill. That's why the rich don't focus on income. They focus on assets. Assets don't need your time. Assets don't complain. Assets don't sleep. While you're chasing a paycheck, they're building systems that pay them back forever. The poor trade time for money. The rich trade money for freedom. So before you ask, how can I earn more? Ask instead, how can I make what I earn work for me while I sleep? And if you're enjoying this so far, take a second to follow the channel and like this video, because these truths don't just inspire, they free you. Trap 2: The security trap. This one is deadly because it hides behind something that sounds noble: stability. Most people have been programmed since childhood to seek security, a stable job, a stable paycheck, a stable life. But here's the cruel twist: the more you seek security, the less of it you actually have. Why? Because real security comes from adaptability, not from comfort. The job you think is safe can disappear overnight. The company you depend on can collapse. The economy can shift, and your secure plan turns into sand. The rich understand that control is an illusion. So instead of clinging to safety, they build options. They diversify, they learn, they invest. They would rather have 10 small engines of income than one big paycheck. Because they know, when one engine fails, the others keep running. The average person ties their entire life to one employer, one salary, one identity. And that's why when crisis hits, they lose everything. Not just money, but direction. Security isn't the goal. Freedom is. And freedom begins when you stop outsourcing your stability to other people. When your mind becomes your greatest investment, you'll never fear instability again. If this idea resonates, pause for a second, hit subscribe, because you're already thinking differently from 95% of people. Trap 3: The consumer identity. This is the most invisible trap of all, and maybe the hardest to escape. It's the trap of defining yourself by what you own instead of who you are. We live in a world built on comparison. Social media made it worse. Everyone is selling an image, a lifestyle, a fantasy, and people buy into it, literally. They buy things not because they need them, but because those things buy them status. But here's what the rich know: the moment you start buying to impress others, you stop building wealth for yourself. The poor see consumption as a reward. The rich see it as a liability. They know every dollar spent on impressing strangers is a dollar stolen from their future. They don't buy brands, they become brands. They don't flex possessions, they flex peace. Because the greatest luxury in life isn't a car, a watch, or a mansion. It's waking up with zero anxiety about money. The consumer identity is dangerous because it turns your self-worth into a financial race you can never win. There will always be someone richer, flashier, louder. But real wealth isn't loud. It's silent. It's calm. When you're truly wealthy, you don't need to prove it. You just live it. Bonus trap: the education paradox. Let's go even deeper. There's a hidden fourth trap: the education paradox. You were taught how to work for money, but not how money works. The system doesn't want you to understand leverage, taxes, compound interest, or passive income, Because once you do, you stop being controllable. Most schools teach obedience, not independence. They produce excellent employees, not free thinkers. That's why the rich spend their lives learning outside the system. They read, they study people who failed and rebuilt. They learn from markets, not from manuals. The rich are self-educated in the language of freedom. And the poor, they're overeducated in the art of compliance. So if you ever feel like you're behind, remember this: the rich didn't have better teachers, they just asked better questions. The way out. So now you know the traps. 1. The income illusion. Thinking more money solves everything. 2. The security trap. Confusing safety with freedom. 3. The consumer identity. Mistaking lifestyle for wealth. And if you spotted even one of these in your own life, congratulations. Because awareness is the first step to breaking the cycle. The second step, rebuilding your mindset from the inside out. Start thinking like an investor, even if you have $10. Start saving not to save, but to buy time. Start treating money as a servant, not a master. When you do, something amazing happens. You stop chasing wealth, and wealth starts chasing you. Before we end, remember this: every system in the world benefits when you stay average, when you stay tired, distracted, overworked, and overspent. But the moment you wake up, the moment you realize you're playing a rigged game, you stop being a pawn and start becoming a player. So don't just watch this video and nod. Act, change something. Take back control of your time, your mind, your money. And if you felt something real in this message, subscribe to Rich Logic. Because this channel isn't about motivation. It's about re-education. It's about breaking the myths that keep you broke and teaching the logic that sets you free. Hit like, share this video with someone who needs it, and remember, the goal isn't to look rich. It's to never panic again, because you finally understand the game.